Hey guys, my name is Jackie Daly. I'm filling in for Lindsay Payne today. We're at the Flemington Chiropractic Center with Dr. Lindsay Mansueto. She's gonna go over what she does here. Dr. Lindsay adjusts athletes. She takes care of patients here, but she also does CrossFit. So then we're gonna head over to NRaged CrossFit just down the street and get in a great workout. Hi, I'm here with Dr. Lindsay Mansueto. We're at Flemington Chiropractic Center. Can you just describe to our viewers exactly what goes on here?
Sure thing. So I'm a chiropractic physician and I induce motion into segments in the spine that are stuck or immobile. I also strengthen and lengthen muscles that are tight and short, and I rehabilitate injuries. So basically musculoskeletal care and rehabilitation.
Okay, very good. So I assume you get a lot of athletes in here.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your most common sport that you see an injury from?
I think it's well documented that the most injurious sport is running, especially long distance running. It just puts a lot of stress on our body. But I do see a lot of CrossFit athletes that come in, not necessarily that they're injured, but they're sore, they're beat up, they're put through some rigorous workouts. So they need to really focus on recovery as part of their training.
So with the CrossFit athletes, what is one or two of the major injuries that you see?
So in CrossFit, number one is shoulder issues, usually a posterior deltoid, rotator cuff, just burning up those muscles and they're not working effectively when you try to do kipping pull-ups and stuff like that. Number two would be hip flexor, so psoas, your hip flexor, anything that causes your knee to come up towards your face. And third would be low back, so low backs just get tight and irritated from doing deadlifts and power cleans and all that good stuff.
So I saw on your website there's testimonials from your current and past patients, and there's one that actually struck me as amazing, and it is her passion for prevention and education is so refreshing.
Well, that's very nice to say, and I love all my patients, so thumbs up to you guys. But definitely it's easier to prevent an injury from happening than to rehabilitate it once it happens. So preventing an ACL tear, way easier than reconstructive surgery for an ACL tear or rehabbing it without surgery.
So I also CrossFit,
Great.
so maybe you can show me some stuff, some
Well,
moves.
what I think would be great is to start by seeing how loose you are. So just putting either some straight range of motion testing, see how long and lean your muscles are, and we'll go from there.
Okay, awesome. So now Dr. Lindsay has taken me to her office where we're going to do some range of motion testing.
Beautiful.
See how long I am.
Yes, absolutely. So what you're going to do is keep your knees straight. You're going to engage your core, suck your belly button into your spine. You're going to bend over and try to touch your toes. If you have pain, stop.
Ooh, I'm falling.
Good. Perfect. Come on up. Do you have any low back issues, tightness?
No.
Good. Extend back behind you now. Good. Stop right there. It's perfect. And up. And now side bend, side to side. Other way. Beautiful. And center. And now at your waist. Rotate, rotate. Other way. Great. And take a break. That was great. You did awesome.
Okay.
So no restrictions back there. There was no pain. So you could tell that you definitely work out and you also spend a good amount of time stretching. Mm-hmm. So awesome. So we're going to go on to our next thing, which is some testing for your lumbar spine, making sure that there's no neurological compromise. So I'm going to have you sit right there. You can put your legs toward the door so everybody can see you. I'm just going to do quick reflexes. So I'm going to come around here. You just have to relax. Don't do anything. It does all the work. Perfect. Great. So your reflexes are normal. Do you ever have numbness or tingling anywhere in your body?
No.
You said you got a little bit of a shoulder or something going on? You get tightness?
It like cramps a little bit.
On the front or the back?
Mostly in the front.
In the front? Okay, so you're going to stand up and you're going to take your left arm like this, up and behind you. Perfect. And down. Now do the same thing right. Do you feel any difference from side to side?
Not really.
Good. Take it behind you like this. Great. Other side. Looking for symmetry on both arms. Perfect. Now you're going to take this arm and hug yourself. Great. And other way. Restriction there? Tightness?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay, great. So we take it up to here, 90 degrees, externally rotate, and then internal. Beautiful. Good. And down. Good. So I'm just gonna come over here and just palpate for a couple of things. Good. Tender. More in here. Then here.
Yeah, more on the outside.
Okay. Do you get any tenderness associated over here? Good. Alrighty. And you're gonna go like this, and I'm gonna do a muscle test. So I'm gonna pull you down. You're not gonna let me, okay? Any pain there?
No.
Good. And relax. All right. She is all tested, and she feels great. She's got a little bit of muscle tightness up front, but negative for any kind of bursitis or anything like that. Definitely able to work out today. So
okay, good.
Bill of health. Yes.
Excited. So Dr. Lindsay found out that I had a little bit of muscle tightness here. So she's gonna do some work on my shoulder. I'm so excited. Maybe I'll feel better when she's done.
Yeah, and then we're gonna put you through a CrossFit exercise, so you're gonna feel better instead of feel worse, right?
Yeah.
So I have two different instruments here. I have a low force adjustment tool right here. I'm gonna use that to scan up and down your back because the nerve that comes to your shoulder actually emanates from your neck. So I'm just gonna do some low force work, taking your hair up. You're fine. I got you.
Okay.
And gonna go up and down your spine. Tell.
Ooh.
What does it feel like?
It's like little trigger things.
Yeah. So it's impulses. This is called an Arthur stem. So it's joint stimulation. Basically going through.
Feel it.
Exactly. And going up and down your spine, just loosening everything up, tickling your mechanoreceptors that tell your brain, hey brain, motion's taking place. Your body craves motion, which is why you keep going back to exercise, because your body wants that. Now I'm going to change the head on here, and it's going to be for your shoulders. So I'm going to go in my handy dandy drawer, get this one, which is just a rounded tip. Around to here.
I guess these are called guns.
Well, this is called an Arthur stem, but proverbial we call them guns because they kind of look a little like a gun.
So it's like vibrating and
inducing motion into your shoulder girdle, as well as when I get to the tendon right here is your biceps tendon, which is where you're having that little bit of soreness go on.
Okay.
We're just gonna stimulate it. Now, after we do
what does stimulating do? Just gets
it gets the motion going, because when things are stuck and tight, they send out pain signals. When things are loose and mobile, they send out really good anti-inflammatory pain, so negative pain endorphins.
Okay.
So norepinephrine, serotonin, all your feel-good endorphins come out when motion is induced into the area.
So this feels like a massage chair just on my shoulder.
Yes, exactly. So this is a vibrocussor, and it goes into the tight areas and loosens up muscles and allows things to heal properly. This is very good for recovery, especially when you're doing lots of pull-ups and lots of muscle-ups and all those good things.
Ooh, okay, that one.
Yeah, you got a little knot right there.
I feel it.
Perfect. How does that feel?
Okay.
Loose?
Feels good.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Okay. Now, if you're brave enough, I can adjust your shoulder.
Okay.
So you're going to stand up.
Go big or go home, right?
Right.
Okay.
Put your hands on your waist. So I'm going to show you on your good arm what we want you to do. I'm going to isolate out your shoulder, and all your job is going to do is to pull it back toward that wall. So it'll be like this. I'm going to take it forward and really quickly, just back, but just quicker. Just do it again. That's exactly right. Okay. And I'm just going to resist you. It's going to feel great. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Oh, it cracked.
It cracked.
I felt it crack.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So that just induces motion right into the joint. So it feels looser. Now do that range of motion that we were doing before. Feels a little bit more glidey. Mm-hmm. Good. A little. Oh, look at that.
Whoa. Okay, that one went back further.
Very good. So she did great. So you're.
I'm adjusted.
Yes.
I'm ready to go. Okay, so Dr. Lindsay is now working on Ryan.
Rotator cuff subscapularis. A little bit. And then what about in through here? Teres minor.
Nah.
Okay. And relax down. You having any pain up through here?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay. So what we're going to do is a really great therapy. It's called trigger point therapy.
Okay.
It's going to work this whole shoulder girdle. All these muscles that he has drawn in here on the tattoos, basically.
Sounds good.
So trigger point therapy combines electrical muscle stem with ultrasound to create blood flow to the area and to take out any edema, swelling. So that's going to go there. And this is ultrasound gel. This conducts the sound waves. So I'm going to put some by his trap and then more toward his rotator cuff. And then this is cryoderm. This is an anti-inflammatory. So what I'm going to do now is just start the ultrasound. So Ryan shouldn't feel anything. It's just a nice mulling over of this ultrasound head. Now I'm going to start the E-stem. So Ryan, let me know when it's firm but comfortable.
So now,
See some involuntary contraction. You'll see his muscles start to move. Good.
okay.
It's going to go down and come back up. And so like when I find a tight muscle,
Ooh,
yeah, you'll see it kind of grab it
moving.
and take out all the toxins that are stuck up into that muscle. And they don't go out from the muscle and just out into the air. It goes from the muscle into the bloodstream. So that's why we always counsel, Ryan, what do we tell you to do when you leave here?
Drink water.
Drink water. It's really important. So I always tell my patients and my athletes both, half your body weight in ounces of water. If you're doing a really hard exercise outside, you might even need more than that. If you're really sweating
And that's
profusely.
because the toxins are being released.
Into your bloodstream. And so now they're in your bloodstream. So if you have enough hydration, they'll go from your bloodstream to your bladder and you'd void them.
There's lots of movement happening
Yes,
right
lots
now.
of movement, lots of movement.
Okay.
And
Does that mean there's lots of toxins?
it just means that he's like working. He's like burning up his pull-ups and
All right.
you know his toes to bar.
Okay.
His shoulders are working. He's like
Okay.
really. We just want to get out the toxins because he's gonna. Are you gonna work out tomorrow?
Yeah.
Because he's gonna work out tomorrow. So it's about recovering, mobility, getting all these toxins out of the body.
This area is
Yeah, and
doing
it'll start-
lots of movement.
And you'll see the redness start to pop up too. That's where he is inflamed. So these toxins, they're going to circulate through your blood, and they're not going to go to your earlobe or your calf. They're going to go right back to your rotator cuff if they're given the opportunity to. So the best way is to make sure that we don't give it an opportunity.
It's so interesting how the body works.
I know, it's beautiful.
How do you feel, Ryan?
Good.
So after she stops doing that, does it still feel like there's things
feel the
happening?
Yeah, it doesn't really feel it's moving, just like know that it was worked.
Okay.
Perfect. Good. All right, Ryan, you're all set.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, so
So I'm stretching her out. So
Okay.
just like about lengthening those short muscles.
So I did lunges yesterday. My hamstrings were super tight.
There you go.
okay, super tight hamstrings. And now what is this?
This is actually
stretching.
a low back opener.
Okay.
So it opens up the low back.
So if you're normal tight compared to like sore,
Right.
what is the difference when you come here? Like after a treatment?
After,
Yeah.
like, how do I feel after
Yes.
treatment? Oh, you feel fantastic after treatment. Yeah.
Everything feels loose.
Yeah, everything feels loose. You feel like $1,000,000. Like nothing
then you
hurts.
go
Nothing's
abuse yourself.
Nothing's numb. Nothing hurts.
Yeah, Jamie
Yes.
had an injury where she
Dropped a
this.
snatch on my neck.
Oh my gosh.
So
Was this pre or post
was
Kevin
actually-
Ogar?
no, this was pre. Yeah, I
Okay.
was the first one to do it, and my arm went numb immediately. So the second it hit, my entire left arm went completely numb, and then it came back like a couple minutes later.
Okay.
And then I was having a lot of stiffness and soreness.
And there was some radiation still left.
Yes, and then every time I would put my head down, my hand would get like pins and needles. So Lindsay sent me for an MRI, and we saw that there was some discs and some
Compressed,
compressor, and I came twice a week for a month, and now I
Now
just
it's
do
good.
maintenance, and now it's fine.
All better.
Yeah.
So what did you focus on in that month?
Her neck. My neck.
Okay, your neck.
Neck and trap.
Yeah. So
All right. Well, that's just proof that the work you do here is effective.
Yes.
oh yeah.
For sure. So I'm going to stabilize her neck at her occiput and C4, and we're going to adjust right in between at C2 and 3. You might hear a pop or click.
Ooh.
You heard it?
Yep.
And that's just gas.
Ooh.
That's just
Imagine
gas
how loud it is in my.
in her ears.
Oh.
Come on up.
Oh wow.
Bring your
I
ears
did.
over
I
here.
heard that all the way over here.
Well, you're going to hear this too. This is her mid-back. So, yep. And then chin down. Deep breath. Exhale.
Oh. That was 3 multiple
Yes.
loud
Face
cracks.
down. And it feels good.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt.
Okay.
Just like your shoulder. Your shoulder was loud.
Yeah.
But it didn't hurt.
Right.
It was just inducing motion.
Okay.
This is a traction table. It just opens up the lumbars and just allows her lumbars to separate.
Okay. So now she's getting little triggers.
Yes, little Arthur stem up and down the spine. Inducing motion in all the different levels. Die hard. She likes punishments like us CrossFitters do.
Are you gonna adjust his
Oh,
next
yes,
two?
I am. So this one I'm just feeling for motion. So like I'm feeling each spinal segment. So if you want to feel this, it's stuck right here. It's not moving.
Oh.
It's pushing back at you.
I can feel that.
Yep. Compared to this.
Compared,
there's like a
yep, yep.
So that's where I'm gonna adjust right there. So deep breath in. Exhale out. And chin down. Elbows down. Deep breath. Exhale. That's it. Just that one little one.
His adjustments were not as loud,
As the other ones. Yes, that's true.
but that doesn't mean that
means
it's
that
not
he's
as
holding that
good.
alignment. Yeah, because that
Okay.
means that there's less misalignment. So this is just for a little tendonitis you get from doing like cleans and burpees and pull-ups and push-ups.
And
all that.
tendonitis is inflammation
of the
of the
tendon.
tendon. Okay.
Anytime you hear itis, it means inflammation of the.
Okay.
So pancreatitis, inflammation of the pancreas.
Oh.
Arthritis, arthro, joint, itis, inflammation. Inflammation
Okay.
of the joint. And that one there, that's peroneator teres, which is where the muscle that taper left to be. And then we're gonna grab a wrap like this. Tighten it up. And I'm gonna put this on his traps and we're gonna lay it back so that you can enjoy. Firm but comfortable. Okay. All right. So what I usually do is I lower the lights and I put a little stress reduction aromatherapy on the paper behind their head. Because, you know, we're all stressed. We're Americans. So
Yeah.
you gotta take deep breaths and just kind of focus on yourself. I usually tell people to think of thoughts and focus on themselves healing and all that good stuff. So we're gonna let you relax, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna have our host Jackie, who is such a great sport, do some core stability work that I put my patients through once they're through their rehabilitative part and they're in active care, which means that they're doing a lot of the work on their own. So I'm gonna start with a Bosu ball push-up. So she's gonna go into a standing plank position. Yep, right there, toes curled under, and you're gonna do a push-up, chest down to the bar, and back up off the ball. That's one. We're gonna do 3. And up. Last one. Great. And knees down. Take a break. So in between, you can feel that, right?
Yeah,
Because
for
it's
sure.
working your core and your regular pecs as
Yeah.
and lats.
And this is like
wobbly.
in motion.
Yeah, it's
so
wobbly. So you
it's a
really
little
have
bit
to use
difficult.
your core to hold yourself down. So now what we're gonna do is a Bosu ball plank. So you know how you do regular planks on the floor? A regular plank would look like so, like that. We're gonna do the same thing, but on the Bosu ball. So you're just gonna put forearms down and like that. But
Okay.
because it's wobbly, it's gonna test your core more than usual.
Okay. This is my
Forearms.
favorite color, pink. So
I
that's-
love it. Bosu balls are usually, and lower your hips just a bit. Hold it right there for 20 seconds.
Oh, 20 seconds.
You
I
can do
feel
it.
it.
You could definitely do it.
Okay.
You only have 10 seconds left.
Okay.
And holding it really tight. Yes, perfect. Your belly button sucked right in there. For 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down.
Whew.
Now what I tell people to do is just sit yourself back into a child's pose.
Okay.
So butt back to your heels, forearms go forward, stretch.
So that feels good.
Yep, and so you're stretching out all this lower back. Perfect. Great.
So what is bothering her? Anything, or she's just for recovery?
Generally recovery. So I'm just
Okay.
stretching any muscles that I find tight on most athletes. So it was her
Okay.
glutes, her hams, her low back. Now I'm going to traps and neck.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of loosening everything up
I've always had low back issues,
Okay.
but
before you even started CrossFit.
before I started CrossFit, yeah, but honestly, between CrossFit and coming here, my back pain
She has-
is
so she's
almost completely gone.
She was working out. You dropped a considerable amount of weight just doing that. You dropped
Yep.
what, 40 pounds?
Yeah.
40 pounds down.
Wow.
And just strengthening all core movements from power cleans and stuff like that. It's a recipe for feeling good and being mobile. And you have a little boy to run after. So you gotta keep up after him. So it's really just great to. And just adjusting
Oh.
your neck. Yep, pops and clicks.
All right.
You heard
Yeah.
it?
Pop in there.
I get good ones.
Yeah, come on up. Take a seat right over the edge. Good. Put this down. Great. And this. And this.
So we're cracking
Cracking the back.
the back.
But
Okay.
we don't use the word crack, we use the word adjust.
Adjust the back.
Chin down, deep breath. So I'm feeling for mobility, exhale. Those lacking right there.
All right.
And then inducing motion into those
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can hear it.
You can hear the
She feels better,
on your side.
and I'm nervous because it was so loud. But it's good. It's a good thing. It's just air.
Do you ever crack your knuckles?
Yeah.
Do you ever look at them and go, oh?
No.
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 So why are you
Good
nervous now?
Point well taken.
You know what boys usually like? I go, when you toot, do you ever look at your butt and go, ah? Because you don't. You don't.
No,
It just
you
happens.
don't. It's just
okay.
air. Just
That's
air.
good. Face down. Have you ever had any injuries from CrossFit, or you
I
just
have not.
Great.
Yeah.
You've had a box bite.
Yeah.
I think we've all had that.
Do you want to tell everybody what a box bite is?
Sure. Well, a box bite
You can look at my leg.
is when you are doing a box jump and you don't quite make it on top of the box. So your shin
Hits the box.
hits the box,
And it
just
leaves
right on
a
the
nice
corner
scar, just
and
like
leaves a
this.
nice little,
It messes with our summer wardrobe.
Exactly. The first one I got last
a
year,
battle
was right
wound.
before the summer, and I just bought. I was like, I'm gonna wear skirts this summer. I'm gonna wear dresses, and then I had this nice little ugly thing on my leg. But
box bite.
yes,
Exhibit A.
Exhibit A.
Wait, I have Exhibit B. Hold on.
right. They're always right in the
Exhibit
same spot.
That's it. That's it. Pumped.
Oh, that was maybe 3. Okay.
All right, you're gonna sit up top. We're gonna do one specifically for our upper back now. So it's different than the other ones. You're gonna sit up here. We're gonna put this up, this hood,
Okay.
and you're going to interlace your fingers right here behind your head.
Like this.
And now the only time I'm ever gonna ask you to slouch yourself. So down and in. Now roll back onto my thigh. Your legs are heavy, like an anchor to the ground. I'm gonna come around and grab your lats. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Good.
So you have to feel
Beautiful.
very comfortable with your
drop your arms.
chiropractor.
Drop your arms, honey.
Okay.
Yes, you should trust
Yes.
every one of your physicians. I mean, do you want somebody that you don't trust doing your pap smear?
Right. Absolutely
No.
not. Nope.
So you should always trust your physicians. And I think it's important to know that doctor comes from the Latin for docere, which is to teach. So your physician should be teaching you how to take care of yourself
Yeah.
instead of just being like, take this medication and see you later.
We just want to thank Dr. Lindsay for her time today
Absolutely.
and allowing us to see her work on all these athletes and even working on me.
And you did great.
And
I'm so proud
I feel
of
like
you.
a new person and I can't wait to work out. So that's where we're going to go now. We're going to get changed and head over to the CrossFit gym. Hey guys, we made it to NRaged CrossFit. I'm here with Phil. He's the owner. So Phil,
Yes.
how long have you guys been here and been open and ready for business?
We've been in this location since September of 2010, so it'll be 4 years this September.
How many members do you guys have here?
We are at about 120.
Okay, awesome. And you started with a handful?
I think 12.
12.
Had my own personal training business.
Okay.
And was just looking for the best workouts for my clients. Heard about CrossFit, tried it myself, and became so engrossed with it that I had to make it my own business.
Can you tell our viewers what CrossFit is exactly if they don't know? In a few short words. I know you could go on probably forever, but just a general idea.
Generally, it is functional movements, big multi-joint movements, done at high intensity.
Okay.
And that's the simplest explanation. What we do is very technical, as you know, since you participate in CrossFit as well. So although the execution is relatively simple, what we do is actually very technical, and there is a rhyme and reason to everything that we do. Really, the best way for somebody to understand what CrossFit is about is to find a box and go and try it.
So then after somebody takes a teaser, the next step to becoming a CrossFit athlete is what?
On-ramp.
The on-ramp.
On-ramp.
Okay.
Some boxes call it foundations. We call it on-ramp because it's the on-ramp to the CrossFit superhighway.
Okay. Awesome.
So to say, and that's a month-long course that usually meets 2 days a week, every Tuesday and Thursday evening at 7, and we go over the foundations of CrossFit because we are very serious about what we do, and we want to convey that to our clientele. as well as trying to prevent injury as much as possible, because this is a sport. CrossFit is the fastest growing sport in the country, and our members are active participants in that sport. Through OnRamp, they get that sense of how serious everything we do is.
Well, that's awesome. So we're here today. We're gonna go over some of the movements that we do in CrossFit, and I'm also gonna do a workout. So let's get started. So now we're gonna go over a couple of the different moves that they do here at NRaged CrossFit. And then we have Ryan here, who is going to show us a deadlift. And Phil is going to explain why deadlifts are good and how it translates into the functional movement of CrossFit.
Whether you're picking up a child or groceries or anything from the floor to a standing position is a deadlift. So it's one of the most basic of our functional movements that the human body is designed to do in the course of a day. So it's important to have proper form, especially as people get older, and so they don't need assistance getting out of chairs, getting off toilets, getting groceries from the ground to the counter. But Ryan's going to demonstrate first a perfect deadlift, correct? Yep. So you'll notice that when you get into position, Ryan's head is in the neutral position, back is flat, the bar should be as close to your shins as possible. Shoulders back, and you lift. And that's a proper deadlift. Now, a common fault with the deadlift is lifting with your back first. Don't lift the shoulder, where the back rounds first instead of being flat, flat position, instead of being or another common fault is lifting with your legs and then bring your legs up straight and then lifting off the ground. So one of the things, again, through OnRamp, we try to get everybody to have that muscle memory so that they perform the exercises with proper form.
Okay, so now we have Alicia here who's going to go over a couple different types of pull-ups that they do in CrossFit, because part of CrossFit is also doing gymnastic movements as well as the weights. So there you go.
Is this the strict?
Strict pull-up. Good. Okay. One of the reasons why we do pull-ups, again, because we do incorporate gymnastic moves in CrossFit. But it's also a movement that we don't perform a lot in the course of a regular day. But we are designed to do pull-ups. Again, it's a big multi-joint movement. And it does show a certain degree of physical fitness. But we do incorporate a few different types of pull-ups. So we do the strict pull-up, which Alicia just demonstrated, and the kipping pull-up and the butterfly pull-up. Now the reason we use the three different types of pull-ups is strict builds strength, kipping and butterfly are faster and more efficient when we're in the middle of a WOD or workout of the day. I like to use the analogy that strict pull-up is like walking, a kipping pull-up is like running, and a butterfly pull-up is like sprinting. Would you like to demonstrate the other two?
Sure. Kipping?
Kipping?
Kipping pull-up here. And the kip is what she's doing with her body.
And it's what a gymnast would use to say start their routine in like the uneven bars.
Okay.
Butterfly.
Oh, I don't get a break, huh?
It's just taking the kipping movement and making it a little more fluid and kind of skimming past the bar.
So we're about to get started here, just waiting for everyone. Okay, ready? Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go! Got it.
Here's 5. 10 more. I'm slipping, so I have to put chalk on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, because I'm ripping.
Three more. Make it easy. 1, 2, last one, 3. Good job.
Thank you.
Shoulder damage with the hand.
It happens, but it's okay because it goes away. And then you callus and it's better. But Dr. Lindsay cheered me on. She got me through the end of the WOD.
Yes.
For sure. And that's what CrossFit is all about.
Good job, girlfriend.
So how are you feeling after that?
My endorphins are going, my hands are hurting, but
Yeah.
I feel good, you know?
Okay.
I got that endorphin rush. I feel good about it. How do you feel?
I feel good, and definitely the adjustment you did on me earlier
Helped out?
kept me in line so I could have the correct form on my power cleans and everything.
I
So,
saw you doing your power cleans. You look great. You looked A-okay. Yeah,
It's all
perfect.
to you, Dr. Lynn.
Well, I want to thank you for coming over and working out with us and
Yeah.
coming to the office and seeing everything, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, and thank you for your time, your
Yes.
effort, and all your information that you gave us. And I'm sure all the viewers on Double G Sports are going to thank you as well.
It was fun.
Visit Flemington Chiropractic Center.com if you
Yep.
want to read more about Dr. Lindsay and all her stuff, and NRagedCrossFit.com. So everybody, let's get fit.
Yes.
Also, just want to let you guys know to visit doublegsports.com for all your tri-state sports information. We have the breaking stories, we have athlete features, and awesome things like this where we get to work out in our neighborhood. So visit doublegsports.com for all the information.